Welcome to Brain Vision.
Today we will be continuing our discussion of probability distributions with an example of a distribution and determining if it is a probability distribution or not. Now, before we determine if this is or is not a probability distribution, we first need to review the definition of probability distribution as well as the two rules that accompany it. Now, to start with, probability distribution is a table or an equation that links each outcome of a statistical experiment with its probability of occurrence. And of course, the two rules that accompany that are, number one, that all probabilities in the probability distribution must be between 0 and 1. We cannot have negative probabilities, and we cannot have probabilities larger than 1. We can't suddenly have a probability of 2 because that's just not possible. And our second rule is that the sum of all probabilities must equal 1. You're determining the probabilities of the entire sample space, essentially. So all the probabilities combined must equal 1 because you can't just have extra probabilities that don't contribute to the overall instances occurring. Now, the distribution we'll be looking at today is our x over our probabilities of x. So today, our x's are -5, -3, there we go, 3, 0, 2, and 4. Sorry, we don't need those lines there. My mistake. There we go. And our probabilities are 0.1, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.1. Now, first thing we see after writing out our distribution, we see that rule number 1 is followed. All of our probabilities are between 0 and 1. We don't have any negatives, and we don't have anything greater than 1. Now, for rule number 2, which is that the sum of all our probabilities must equal 0. Our total is 0.1 plus 0.3, so we'll write down here 0.4, 0.2, and 0.3, 0.5. Our 0.1, 0.5 plus 0.4 is not 0.9, sorry. Plus 0.1, our total does indeed equal 1. So based on that, rule number 2 is also followed. So this distribution is a probability distribution. All our rules are followed, and it is a table that links each outcome of whatever this statistical experiment is with its probabilities of occurrence.